Podcast 281 Literary Journeys from Barbados to Rome, Cyprus, Turkey, Israel, and Messina, Sicily. Copyright 2026 by yours truly, Dr. William Anderson Giddens, D.D., ISBN 978-976-97-90339. Welcome from the Caribbean coastlines of Barbados to the ancient landscapes of Rome, Cyprus, Turkey, Israel, and Messina in Sicily. We travel across continents and historical accounts that influence our perception of the world today. This episode offers a textual analysis, literature review, and literary journeys of my work. Traveling across the Atlantic from Barbados to Rome, Cyprus, Turkey, Israel, and Messina, Sicily. Copyright 2026, ISBN 978-976-97-90339. I am not just interested in traveling, I am also interested in the deeper connections between spirituality, architecture, history, and cultural memory that are present in these international sites. I wrote a book titled Traveling from Barbados to Rome, Cyprus, Turkey, Israel, and Messina, Sicily. I give a riveting overview of world historical and cultural sites through a personal lens. Two potent symbols, the homeless Jesus statue and the Church of the Beatitudes in Ephesus in Turkey, emerged as the story intertwines my visits to famous locations like the Colosseum in Rome, Farley Hill National Park, St. John's Parish Church, and the Emancipation Statue in Barbados, Limassol Medieval Castle in Cyprus, and Israel. This academic discussion explores the main ideas of the piece and offers a contextual study of my investigation of cultural identity, architecture, and history from the stunning island of Barbados. I am your host, Dr. William Anderson Giddens, D.D. It should be noted, the word journey comes from the Middle English journey, meaning a day's travel, which traces back to Old French and Latin origins, related to the word day. Etymology.com. It originally referred to the distance traveled in a single day. Similarly, literary derives from the Latin litere, meaning a letter of the alphabet, and has come to describe various written works such as novels, poems, and essays. Both terms highlight how language evolves while retaining connections to their historical roots. OED.com. Segment 1. Rome and the Colosseum. The Colosseum stands as one of the most enduring symbols of ancient Rome. In this text, it is analyzed not only as an architectural marvel, but as a cultural artifact of power, spectacle, and control. Constructed to host gladiatorial combat, the Colosseum reveals the complexities of Roman society, its appetite for entertainment, its political structures, and its technological ingenuity. Yet, beneath its grandeur lies a sobering narrative of violence and dominance. From a literary perspective, the Colosseum functions symbolically as both monument and warning and enduring testament to human ambition and moral contradiction. The history compass.com. Segment 2. Barbados, Farley Hill, and St. John's Parish Church. Returning to Barbados, we encounter Farley Hill National Park and St. John's Parish Church. Two sites deeply rooted in colonial and post-colonial identity. Farley Hill, once a plantation estate, now represents environmental preservation and historical reckoning. Its transformation reflects a broader narrative of reclaiming, a broader narrative of reclamation, land once tied to oppression, now serving national heritage. GlobalNationalParks.com. St. John's Parish Church, on the other hand, embodies Anglican religious tradition intertwined with colonial history. It remains a scarce space, yet also a reminder of the cultural imprints left by empire. Bing.com. Together, these sites illustrate how landscape and architecture serve as vessels of memory, identity, and transformation. Segment 3, Cyprus, Limassol Medieval Castle. In Cyprus, the Limassol Medieval Castle offers a layered narrative shaped by Byzantine, Crusader, and Ottoman influences. Wikipedia.org. Textually, the castle represents a playmas, each era leaving traces upon its walls. It has functioned as fortress, residence, and prison reflecting shifting political powers. From a literature review standpoint, scholars emphasize how such structures embody contested histories.org. The Cyprus Limassol medieval castle becomes a symbol of convergence, where cultures meet, clash, and coexist. Wikipedia.org. Segment 4, Turkey, Ephesus, and early Christianity. Ephesus stands as one of the most significant archaeological sites in the Mediterranean. Its library of Celsus and urban design reflect the sophistication of Roman civilization. WHCUnesco.org. More importantly, Ephesus holds biblical significance. The Apostle Paul's ministry here connects the site to early Christian history. As scripture records, I quote, "So that all the Jews and Greeks who lived in the province of Asia heard the word of the Lord." Acts 19:10 NIV. This convergence of archaeology and theology positions Ephesus as both a historical and spiritual landmark, bridging ancient civilization with enduring faith traditions. Academia.edu. Segment 5, Israel, the Homeless Jesus, and the Church of the Beatitudes. In Israel, two powerful symbols emerge: the homeless Jesus statue and the Church of the Beatitudes. The homeless Jesus challenges conventional representations of Christ. It embodies the message of Matthew 25:40, and I quote, "Whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me," end quote. This modern sepulchre reframes theology through social justice, emphasizing compassion and human dignity. Meanwhile, the Church of the Beatitudes reflects sacred architecture tied directly to Scripture. I quote, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven," end quote, Matthew 5:3. Its octagonal design symbolizes the Beatitudes' merging form with theological meaning. Segment 6, Messina, Sicily, the Clock Tower. The Clock Tower in Piazza del Duomo, Messina, stands as a symbol of time, resilience, and technological artistry. Rebuilt after the devastating 1908 earthquake, it reflects the endurance of community and culture Bing.com. Its mechanical displays transform timekeeping into storytelling where history is animated daily. In contrast to sacred structures, the clock tower represents civic identity, yet it carries its own spiritual resonance through continuity and renewal. Messina.it. Segment 7. Comparative Analysis Monuments of Meaning. Across these locations, a pattern emerges. Whether the Emancipation Statue in Barbados or the homeless Jesus in Israel, these monuments speak to universal themes: suffering and redemption, oppression and liberation, memory and identity. The Emancipation Statue celebrates freedom from slavery, while the homeless Jesus calls attention to ongoing social inequality. Matthew 25:31-46, Matthew 25:35, Luke 4:18-19, and Luke 6:20-26. Together, they form a transnational dialogue on justice and human dignity. Segment 8. Segment 8. Literature Review Insights. Scholarly works reinforce these interpretations. Smith 2018 highlights monuments as tools of collective memory. Jackson 2021 emphasizes their role in social dialogue. Thomas 2019 explores theological reinterpretations of Christ in modern art. King 2017 situates Caribbean monuments within post-colonial identity. These perspectives align with the book's central thesis that architecture and monuments are not static. They are active participants in cultural and historical discourse. Segment 9. Travel, Time and Global Connection. Travel between Barbados and these regions involves long durations, often 15 to 20 hours, and time difference of 6 to 7 hours. Yet beyond physical distance lies intellectual and spiritual proximity. These journeys connect histories, cultures, and faith traditions, revealing a shared human narrative. Conclusion: bridging past and present. In conclusion, traveling across the Atlantic from Barbados to Rome, Cyprus, Turkey, Israel, and Messina, Sicily. Copyright 2026. ISBN 978-976-9790339. Offers more than a travel account. It is a multi-dimensional exploration of place, memory, and meaning. These landmarks, whether sacred or secular, serve as bridges between past and present, inviting us to reflect on who we are and how history shapes our world. As it is written, I quote, "Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today forever." Hebrews 13:8. This timeless continuity mirrors the enduring significance of the sites explored in this work. Thank you for joining me on this scholarly spiritual journey. Stay tuned for our next episode as we continue to explore the intersections of faith, culture, and global history. God bless.